The first time Amara died, she was holding Daniel's hand. The second time, she knew it would happen. And the third time, she chose it. The rain that night in Lagos felt like the sky was trying to wash something away. Traffic lights flickered. Yellow buses honked endlessly. People shouted. Engines roared. Inside a car caught between chaos and destiny, Daniel gripped the steering wheel. "Amara, it's fine. We'll be home soon." But she wasn't listening to him. She was listening to the future. The headlights came too fast. Metal screamed. Glass shattered. Daniel yelled her name, and everything turned white. Amara gasped. She was sitting upright in her bedroom. Darkness. Rain tapping softly against her window. Her breath shaking. Her heart racing like it had just escaped something. Then her phone lit up. Incoming call. Daniel. She stared at it, whispered, "No, not again." Because this wasn't a dream. It was a memory. And somehow, she was 3 months earlier. The first time they met, it happened in a bookstore cafe on the island. She reached for a novel. He reached for the same one. Their fingers brushed. They laughed awkwardly. Daniel believed in fate. Amara believed in coincidence. But fate has a sense of humor. Now, standing outside that same bookstore 3 months earlier, she refused to walk in. She crossed the street instead, avoided the door, avoided the moment, avoided him. Because she remembered everything. The coffee they spilled, the arguments about who apologizes first, the rooftop nights counting constellations, the storm, the crash, her death. So she stayed away. She avoided his hospital, ignored unknown numbers, deleted his contact. But fate is stubborn. A week later, at a traffic light in Lekki, she felt someone watching her. She turned. It was him. Different street, different time, same eyes. Daniel smiled slightly. "Do I know you?" Her chest tightened. "Not yet," she whispered, and she walked away. But that night she couldn't sleep, because even when she changed everything, the storm still came. She tried harder. She answered his call, but ended things early. She avoided late-night drives. She checked weather forecasts obsessively. She calculated, she planned, she prevented, and still, the storm found them. The crash happened, and she died. Again. Each time she woke up 3 months earlier. Each time the rain tapped on her bedroom window. Each time her phone lit up. Incoming call. Daniel. And each time she whispered, "No, not again." Amara stopped trying to avoid him, because avoiding him hurt more than dying. They met again in the bookstore cafe. This time, she let it happen. He smiled. She smiled back. They talked about architecture in emergency rooms, about dreams and exhaustion, about why Lagos never truly sleeps. He laughed deeply. She memorized the sound, because she knew it wouldn't last. Weeks passed. Love returned carefully, slower this time, more fragile. On a rooftop one night, Daniel pointed at the sky. "That one's Orion." She leaned against him. "And that one?" "Venus." She smiled faintly. "You talk about the stars like you know them personally." He shrugged. "Maybe we've met before." Her heart skipped. "You have no idea," she thought. But something changed during the 6th loop. During the accident, when she forced Daniel out of the car at the last second, she survived long enough in the hospital to hear something. A nurse whispered, "He's stable. He's going to make it." In every timeline. Daniel survived. She didn't. And that realization broke something open inside her. It was never random. It was never fate being cruel. It was specific, precise. She was the variable. He was the constant. So she stopped trying to save herself. Instead, she started preparing him. She recorded voice notes. "If you're hearing this, I'm sorry I didn't get to explain everything." She wrote letters. "Open if I disappear." She memorized his face while he wasn't looking. One night in a quiet hospital corridor, Daniel held her hand. Why do you look at me like you're saying goodbye? Her throat tightened. Because loving you feels like borrowing time. But she couldn't say that. Instead, she whispered, because loving you feels bigger than forever. He kissed her forehead. You're not going anywhere. She smiled, but she knew better. She tried something different. She didn't push him away before the storm. She didn't argue. She didn't try to cancel dinner. She just held his hand tighter and loved him without fear. Because maybe that was the lesson, not how to survive, but how to love without control. The storm returned, as it always did. Lightning split the sky. Rain blurred the road. Daniel drove carefully. Maybe we should pull over, he said. Amara looked at him, really looked at him. Every freckle, every tired crease near his eyes, every stubborn strand of hair that never stayed in place. She wasn't afraid anymore. Headlights appeared ahead. Too fast, too bright. Daniel shouted her name, but this time, she didn't push him. She didn't try to change it. She grabbed his face with both hands, and she kissed him. In the middle of chaos, in the middle of inevitability, time slowed, glass suspended midair, rain frozen like falling diamonds. She pulled back slightly and whispered, "It was never about saving you." The impact came. White light swallowed everything. Silence. And then, nothing. Daniel opened his eyes. Hospital ceiling, soft beeping monitors, a nurse standing nearby. "You're awake," she said gently. He blinked. "What happened?" She frowned slightly. "You collapsed at work, exhaustion." Collapsed? He sat up slowly. No storm, no crash, no shattered glass. Just daylight spilling through a calm window, rain falling softly outside, peacefully. "Where's Amara?" he asked. The nurse looked confused. "Who?" Later that afternoon, Daniel walked into the bookstore cafe. He didn't know why. He just felt pulled. The smell of coffee hit him first, then the sound of pages turning, and then he saw her. Amara, alive, laughing softly at something on her phone. No fear, no memory, no storm behind her eyes, just peace. He approached slowly, heart trembling. She looked up, smiled politely. "Hi, have we met?" He felt tears rise, not from sadness, from understanding. All the loops, all the chances, all the endings. It was never her reliving time. It was him. He was the one given endless tomorrows, endless chances, to learn that love isn't control. It isn't prevention. It isn't fighting the sky. It's surrender. He swallowed gently, smiled softly, shook his head. Not yet. And for the first time, he let the future unfold without trying to rewrite it. Some people meet by chance. Others meet because the universe refuses to let them go. And sometimes, love isn't about remembering tomorrow. It's about choosing today. Fade to silence.